Feeling the earth underneath you, supporting your body, your physical beingness. And beginning to breathe into that lower abdomen, into that belly. Diving deeper and deeper into the self. And as we move through this practice, I invite you to make it your own practice. Listening to your own body, your own heart. If you ever need to come out of a pose before I am guiding you, then please feel free. If you want to hold a pose longer, please feel free. And if there's any pain, always back off, always honoring your body. And as we move through the practice, we are going to be practicing being in the pose just on that edge. We're going to be playing the edge. So we're going to be challenging ourselves just enough so that we're staying in the feel so good, but we're feeling the stretch. We're feeling the effort. However, we're not forcing the body or pushing the body too hard. And we're also not being too slack or lackadaisical. So it's not time to be preparing for a marathon, and it's not time to be sitting on the couch with the potato chips. This is the middle road here. We're engaging the body, we're opening the body, and we're creating some effort so that we create more flexibility, more strength, more balance. And I'll be engaging you, I will be inviting you to engage your bandhas throughout the practice. And if you don't know what those are, there's 3 bandhas. All 3 are called Mulabanda, all 3 together. The first one is the Mulabanda, and that is we engage the pelvic floor and we feel a lift of the pelvic floor. And it's a gentle engagement. We're not clenching the kegels, lifting that. Uddiyana Bandha, we're going to feel the belly engage and come upward. So this is a gentle engagement and the belly comes up, and it's almost like our navel comes up an inch. And we're going to breathe below the navel. Jarandala, chin comes in and tongue is on the roof of the mouth. And so when I invite you to engage your bandhas, if you're new to that, those will be the energy locks, the seals that we're going to engage. So as we bring the prana and hold the breath, as we breathe and we hold the pose, we want to keep the breath flowing. There'll be just flowing in and out while we hold the pose. And as we engage those bandhas, it seals and it contains the energy. They're called energy locks. And so we can build the vitality within our own selves, build the life force energy within throughout this practice. So it'll gain more benefit in holding the poses if we engage the bandhas. If not, then not. So just taking one more moment to check inside, notice what it's like to be inside you. What is this infinite inner space? This inner spaciousness. It's a feeling like energetically the pranamaya kosha within me. The energies, the aliveness, the tingling, the flowing, the pulsing. Diving into the manamaya kosha, those emotions, allowing yourself to let them just be fully felt. Our group focus is being fully present in that which arises. And it may be the emotions that arise. Maybe sensations in our bodies. We stretch the muscles, open the body up, and move into flexibility and balance and strength. It may be the sounds around us, the cooing of the birds, chimes. Maybe it's kids in the background or whatever the sounds are. Just be present and allow them to arise. Just allowing them and being fully present to all that is arising. It's a neutral space as a witness and observer. Simply noticing what is arising in our body, what is arising around us, in this vortex around us. And just noticing with no judgment throughout the practice. And I invite you now to set an intention for yourself. And this is a time when you can use your creative abilities. And we're going to be in our Manamaya Kosha for this. So we're going to use our mental abilities to create a picture of something that we like, or it could be a string of words, like the life of my dreams now. And what does that look like to you? So then you want to create a symbol or some pictures that symbolizes to you. See yourself smiling, doing the things that you love to do, being with the people you love to be with, and feeling the emotions that you wish to feel in this life of my perfect dreams. And we always state our intentions in the present moment. They're here now and in the positive. And I invite you to set that intention into your consciousness, visualizing your consciousness as this beautiful pool of water. And it is crystal clear, infinitely deep, smooth. And everything reflects perfectly in this beautiful glass smooth pool of water. So dive into your consciousness with your intention and begin to see with your mental, Manamaya Kosha, the mental part of that. See those visions and feel them with the emotional part of your Manamaya Kosha. So we're basking in this Manamaya Kosha. It's a part of our being, just as real as the physical body. And we're going to see our intention, even if it's a symbol or a string of words, or if it's like a movie, seeing us dancing, singing with things and the people and the experiences we want as we bask in the emotions of the Manamaya Kosha, the emotional part, how we feel, joy, at peace, fulfillment, whatever it is for you. And I invite you to set that intention into your consciousness now, and we are going to take 3 minutes to bask in the Manamaya Kosha, both the mental images and the emotional feelings. We naturally feel them now, present moment, exactly as we feel with this intention fulfilled. Breathing into the belly, and we'll begin now. Gently coming back and blessing that intention. You go, this or better, this or better, this or better. And we are going to be coming up to a standing position today. We're going to be moving in our warrior too. So I'm inviting you just to shake out the legs, shake out the arms, shake out the whole body, and let everything just kind of flow. The more open we can be in our bodies, and just shaking things off and just feeling anything that no longer serves us, just leaving our body, falling out the fingertips, the feet, the head, just shaking off any emotional energy, any intellectual energy, any fear, any hurt, any confusion, anything that no longer serves us, even if it's toxins or any vibrations that don't feel aligned with the love and the light. And then let's begin to do some twists. And being fully present to what's arising in the body, in the vortex around the body. It's fully present to this human being in a body twisting, with birds cooing. Just what's arising from there. Coming back to center, beautiful jaw, beautiful jaw. And we're going to do our breath, that 3-part breath. So inhaling into the arms, bringing them up to shoulder length. And this is bringing this prana into our own self, our own heart. And then bringing them up again. We're bringing them out, I'm confused. We're going to bring them all the way out, and this is going to be out to the world. Just sending the prana out to the world, the love out to the world, the light out to the world. And then bringing them up and bringing that, surrendering that to the highest divine principle of your understanding, to the God of your understanding, to the source creator, the universe, whatever it is that you call it, that which is greater than our mind, greater than the body, something that is eternal, the eternal within us, the eternal that created, the intelligence that is animating through us. Beautiful job. And so we'll begin that now together. And then we're gonna hinge forward at the hips on the exhale. Hinging down. Head is the last to hinge as we exhale. And then we're gonna come up together. Letting everything go on the exhale. One more. And when you get to your exhale in your forward fold, just allow yourself to hang here for a moment. You can grab your elbows for a little deeper. And just taking a few breaths here as you feel the sensations and fully present to what is arising in the body, in the space around the body. And inhaling, lifting that head, lifting that heart, coming all the way up. Beautiful. And we are going to be doing a warrior flow, Virabhadrasana flow. So we're going to bring the hands to a nice wide stance. And you can use blocks throughout the practice. I'll be showing you different ways you can use your blocks. I'm going to move that off my mat for right now. And we're going to be moving into Virabhadrasana 2. So first thing we'll do is set our foundation in any pose. And so I'm going to set my feet, because that's what's touching the earth. Whatever's touching the earth is our foundation. If I was in a boat, my butt would be touching the earth. So it's different in each pose. And they're in a wide stance. I'm going to take the front foot and I'm going to be bringing it 90 degrees. It's perpendicular to the front. front of the mat parallel to the sides of the mat. Back foot from 30 to 45 degrees. Feel what feels right for you. Some people have it so it's parallel to the short end of the mat. Heels should be either aligned, or I like to have my heel going through the arch of my back leg. And so the foundation is set. Now we move into our alignment. So we move into the pose. I'm going to bend the knee, the front knee, right over the front ankle. And I have my right leg forward here. So my right knee is over my right ankle. And it's okay if it comes back a little bit, but we really want to be careful that it doesn't go forward, because that puts tension on the knee. It's not good for the knee. We want to really protect those knees for a lifetime. Engaging the back thigh here in the thigh loop here. And the pelvis is facing me. We're facing to the side. So we're just open here in the pelvis. And then we're going to bring the arms up. Both arms the same height as each other. And move that knee back over the ankle. And then we're going to turn the head to gaze out over the front fingertips. And we're going to engage those bandhas, and we're going to bring 3 deep breaths, the prana and life force, into the body. And I invite you to do that now as you are present to what is arising now. And one more deep breath. And on your exhale, you're going to bring the back arm to the back leg. You're going to reach that front arm up. We're in Viparita Virabhadrasana, reversed warrior. And if you like, you can straighten that front leg. And this is more like a standing dancer. And we're going to engage those bandhas, and we're going to breathe as we hold this pose. Bring that life force in, seal it in with the locks, and bask in that present moment awareness of what is arising now. And begin. And the next inhale, reaching up, and on the exhale, bringing that front arm to rest on the front thigh, back arm alongside the body. Line of energies from the back foot up alongside the whole body and out the extended fingertips. Very little weight with the hand on the front leg. We're going to engage those bandhas, and we're going to bring in the prana as we bask in awareness, pure conscious awareness. One more deep breath. And on your exhale, we're going to straighten that front leg and bring that front arm down to either the block or the earth. The right hand is on the block right beside the right ankle. Left arm is extending up towards the sky. Shoulders are stacked. Our body is in one plane, like we're between 2 walls. We're going to engage those bandhas and bring in the prana. Line of energies from the heart out the extended fingertips. We're in Trikonasana. And breathe, present and aware. Inhale, reaching the fingertips up. Exhale the hand down. We're going to bring a hand to either side of the front foot. Use my block here. We're going to root the left hand into the earth. So if you have your block, you can root that left hand into the block now. Not the right is on the right side of the right hand. Left hand is rooted in, twisting away from me as you raise the right hand. And we're going to be in a revolved triangle, Viparita Trikonasana. And engaging the bandhas, and let's breathe. Line of energy is still from the heart out the fingertips. And basking in present moment awareness. Noticing what's arising. Inhale, reaching way up, and exhaling that hand down. Both hands on either side of the front foot. We're into Botanasana, pyramid pose, relaxing the body down towards the front leg, engaging those bandhas, and let's breathe. Let's bring in the prana, and let's become aware, alert. And one more breath here. And we're going to move now into Virabhadrasana 1. So we're going to bend that knee so it's right over the ankle. I like coming up, I like to just pull those thighs together. And as I come up, hinging the body up. And so we're going to be in a high lunge. You can also be in a low lunge here. That's an option. Bringing that knee back over the ankle. And I'm going to square my hips. So now the hips are facing forward, unlike Virabhadrasana 2. I've got the same foundation. Squaring those hips. I'm going to bring the arms up to the sky. Shoulders drop down. Engage those bandhas and breathe. Fully present. Aware. Life is simply arising. One more deep breath as you reach the arms up, and as you exhale, facing forward. Beautiful. We're going to come into a 5-pointed star. All the energy is coming from the solar plexus. It's going down both legs, into both feet, into the earth, up the core of the body, out into both arms and fingertips. And then the 5th line of energy, the 5-pointed star, that goes straight up through the crown, engaging the bandhas, bringing in the breath, nice, slower, deeper breaths as we bask in present moment awareness. And bringing your hands
to your hips. And let's bring those heels in. So we're going to set the foundation. We're going to move into our Utthata Konasana, a goddess squat. And so we're in a little bit like a froggy foot. The toes are pointing towards the corners of the mat. The heels are in. And we're going to bend the knees. And now we're going to move into some alignment because the knees are going to go right over the feet. So it's a nice open squat. And find your squat. Where does it feel good for you? Do you want to play a little bit more on the edge today or a little less on the edge today? So find out what feels good for you. Arms are going to come up, even with each other. Palms are out to the world or into yourself. Let's engage those bandhas and let's bring in the prana and let's be fully aware. Physical sensation, the universe within, and this vortex just around us in the physical. One more breath. And inhale, coming up. And hands back to the hips. Beautiful job. We're going to go into wide leg forward fold. Sticking that tailbone out. And we're going to hinge at the hips. And we're going to keep that spine straight until we've hit that edge in the hinge. And then allow the spine to round and the head to come down. Bringing the hands to a block or the earth. And taking a few breaths here. You can even grab your elbows here. You can bring your hands behind the calves. You can bring your hands behind your back. Find what feels good for you as you breathe and relax, engaging the bandhas, basking in presence. And let's go to one side for a nice little side stretch. And the other side. And then coming back to center. And we're going to bring the hands back to the waist, the hips, lifting that head, lifting the heart first, letting the head lead the way up, coming all the way up, back into a nice standing pose. Beautiful, beautiful job. Let's go to the other side now. So we're going to set the foundation, back foot 30 to 40 degrees. Front foot is perpendicular to the front of the mat, parallel to the side. And I'm going to bend that knee right over the front foot, the front ankle. Hips are open, arms are out, turning the head to gaze out over the front fingertips. Let's engage those bandhas. Feel that pelvic floor lift up, that abdomen engage and lift, and feel the Jarandala, the chin come in, tongue on the roof of the mouth. Back thigh is engaged slightly in thigh loop. Let's breathe. Fully present to the physical body and the energies within. One more breath, inhaling. And on the exhale, drop in the back hand to the back leg, front arm reaches way up. gazing up towards the heavens, the infinite. Engaging the bandhas, feel the line of energy from the heart out the extended fingertips, and breathe. Fully aware and present, allowing all to just simply arise. One more deep breath, extending and reaching that arm up, and exhale. Bringing it to very gently rest on the front leg, back arm up. Engage those bandhas, feel that line of energy, and let's bring in the prana and breathe. Fully present. Beautiful. And the exhale, straightening that front leg, bringing that hand down to either the earth or a block. Our shoulders stack, right arms extending way up towards the heavens. Engaging the bandhas in our Trikonasana, and breathe. Present moment awareness. Inhale, reaching those fingertips up. Exhaling, bringing that hand down. Bringing the hand up either side of the front foot. You take the back foot and move it in parallel with the front. Right hand is engaged in the earth or the block. I'm going to twist away from you twist away from me as we twist, raising the arm up into our Viparita Trikonasana. Back thigh engaged, engage the bandhas, and bring in the prana. Fully present. Inhale, reaching those fingertips up. Exhaling that hand down. I'm going to move in. You can adjust that back foot if you like. We're going to move into Parvatanasana, our pyramid. So we hinge down. Nice inversion, a little rest. Engage those bandhas and breathe. On the next inhale, we're going to move into Virabhadrasana 1. Bring that knee so it's right over the ankle. Engage those thighs together and hinging out. Beautiful job. We're going to square those hips. Check that knee. Arms are coming up. Shoulders relaxed. Looking forward. Line of energies from the solar plexus up and out the fingertips. And now we are the warrior. We're in divine action. Our action now is to observe. Neutral, observant. Fully present. Inhale, reaching those hands up. Exhale, facing forward. We'll move into our 5-point star again. Inhale, engage the bandhas, breathe, fully present. Bring the hands to the waist, and those heels in, feet out. We're going to move into our goddess squat, knees over the feet, squatting down. Engage those bandhas and breathe, basking in awareness. One more breath. And on your inhale, coming up. Good job. Hinging at the hips. Hinging forward into your forward fold, wide leg forward fold. Allow the spine to be the last to unwind. Head last to come down. Engaging the bodies and breathe. Noticing. And let's take a moment to just go side to side. With some spontaneous movement. Maybe shake out your head a little bit. And slowly, slowly, slowly coming down. And let's come onto our back. And let's bring those knees into the chest and roll around. Let's do a couple poses to prepare for Savasana, some releases. Bring the legs up and pull them in towards ourselves. And a nice stretch in the back of the legs. Still maintaining that silent stillness within as we just simply are present and aware of what is arising. Let's bring those feet together in a little Supta Botanasana, Supine Butterfly, rolling back and forth. Beautiful. Bringing those feet down, and let's move into, both knees are up, let's move into a pigeon, a seated pigeon, resting that right ankle on the left knee, lifting the left foot, the left knee, bringing that left leg in, clasping the hands behind the left leg on the hamstring and pulling it in, feeling that nice opening of the hip. Engage the bandhas and breathe. Fully present to sensation in your body and around your short little small vortex around you. Just close by. Releasing that leg, and we're going to go to the other side. Right knee's up, and you're going to rest the left ankle on the right knee. Bringing that right leg up, bringing hands behind the hamstring and gently pulling that right leg into the body, feeling a nice opening on the left hip. Engage those bandhas. Let's breathe and bask in presence. One more breath. Releasing the leg. Beautiful job. And let's move into our releases now. Both feet are on the mat, knees are up, and let's begin to swivel those hips. Feeling the right hip come up towards the right shoulder, left hip drop down to the left heel. Sacrum is flat on the earth. Nothing lifts off the mat. We're just swiveling the hips. Everything's resting on the earth. The right hip and the left hip are just taking turns, coming up. The other drops down. And see if you can engage your bandhas through this repetitive, slow, conscious movement. Breathe into that belly and bask in that nectar, in that presence. And coming back to center, let's move into some cat-cow on the earth. As you go into your cat, you're going to press the small of your back into the earth, tailbone tucks under. And as you move into your cow, tailbone is going to be pointing out, and the lumbar spine, the low back, is arching up off the earth. And your back may be on the earth, but the spine is arching up. And that's extension of the spine. The spinal columns are extending open in front of us. And then they're flexing in our cat. And to bring flexion and extension into our spinal column keeps it healthy, keeps it moving, keeps it vibrant, flexible. We don't want any stiffness. And breathing and basking in presence. And coming back to center. Move into single knee drops. We're going to bring those legs way out to the sides of the mat, and we're going to drop one at a time into the center. And find your edge here, just a nice gentle edge. And coming back to center. And walking those feet back together, and we're going to drop the legs both over to one side. And you can either windshield wiper those legs back and forth. Nice, gentle, slow movements. You can have them both on one side, lifting the top. Nice and slowly bringing it over and allowing the bottom leg to follow. You're stacked up again. And finishing up on this last one and taking this time now to make any little movements you may need to do. You can bring those knees to the chest, release and relax the lower back, any stretches, even a pose if you need to, which you may have wanted to do. Just letting the body have some final movement before we move into our Savasana. And you can either have your legs up the wall in your Savasana, or you can have yourself flat on the back, on your back. I like to have the feet open, the hands open, the arms a little ways from the body, so I can completely relax. And I'm telling myself and the universe that I'm open. I'm not guarding myself. And allowing the body to just simply become completely relaxed, sinking deeply into the earth. Taking one last deep breath, fully present to the breath and the sensation of breathing. And on your exhale, just letting everything go, simply basking in that present moment, allowing the entire practice to integrate as you simply surrender in silence now. Beginning to breathe into the belly as you come back. wiggling the fingers and toes and stretching out the body. Rolling over to one side, either side, whichever feels better for you. Taking a deep breath here. Fully present. And when you're ready, coming up to a seated position. And taking this moment to scan the body again, check in, go deeply within, observing this inner landscape. Noticing any differences from when you began the practice. And bringing yourself back to that intention and taking a few breaths to feel the emotions, bask in that mana maya kosha, setting the mental picture and the emotions into the universe. All physical needs to begin with the mental and the emotional. And taking a nice deep breath, letting that intention go with this or better, this or better, this or better, this or better. See if there's a chant inside. O te ki ni mea te ki he ai o te ki ai te he. O te ki a te he a o te ki a te he. Hunde maya, hunde maya, hunde he a he. Hunde maya, hunde maya, hunde he a he. Ai, ai. Bring the hands in front of the heart in Anjali Mudra. We conclude with our Namaste Prayer. I honor the place in you in which the entire universe dwells. I honor the place in you which is of love, light, truth, and peace. When I am in that place in me,
And you are in that place in you. We are one. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for Ecstatic Yoga Warrior Flow today. Wishing your day is beautiful and blessed. And please check out our website and check out our yoga retreats and trainings. And we wish that you could come and join us in anything, participate. And thank you. Yes, and please like this video.